Annoying thing number 1. No, this is not a production error. No, I didn't break the camera. Every Sony a6300 does that sound. Sony, not everyone wants to use your shoulder strap. There are people who want to put the shoulder strap here or don't want to use any shoulder strap. And if you are one of those people, you will be stuck with that. In most situations you might not realize it because you're not going that fast, but for example, if you are walking or somehow get on it, like walking, it will definitely be recorded. Annoying thing number 2. The eyepiece is very hard. I am used to it from Canon DSLR cameras that it is like super soft, but this one is like really hard. So after a whole day of shooting you can actually hurt your eyebrow because it's so hard. Annoying thing number 3, the SD slot is at the battery place, which is at the bottom of the camera. And because of this, if you want to access your SD card, you have to take your camera off the tripod and only then you can access your SD card. Not very practical. Annoying thing number 4, this camera is mirrorless, so it doesn't have a mirror. Which is obvious, but it wasn't obvious to me in the sense of when I open up this thing for the first time I was like, oh man, there is no mirror, I can see the sensor. I mean the sensor is exposed. Close it! On a DSLR camera, I'm used to DSLR cameras, you have the mirror in front of your camera, which always protects your camera when you change lenses. And I change lenses very often outside, when it's raining, when it's dusty, in any situation. And yes, my mirror often gets a bit dirty, which is fine, it's just the mirror, you know. It doesn't matter. But when it goes right into the sensor, this is crazy. I mean, I only changed lenses a very few times on this camera and yet I got dust on the sensor, which you could see on the video. Imagine you are filming an event and halfway through you get a little dust thing on your sensor and for the whole rest of the day of all the footage you have this dust point on all your footage. It's so annoying. I mean, it is mirrorless, so that's how it is, but I just want that you are aware of that issue. Annoying thing number 5. This, I believe it's called tilt screen, has a problem with base plates. If you have a base plate on, it can happen that you actually can't get it in properly anymore because of the space sometimes. It also depends on your base plate, which is not the biggest deal, but yeah. This was now everything about the outside part of the camera. Let's get more into the inside. I did expect that 4K is more detailed than Full HD because of the higher bitrate, but I did not expect that the difference is that big even when having it downscaled to Full HD. And I actually think that the Full HD looks quite soft. And when I compare it to my 80D, in good light situations, I find that the 80D footage looks more detailed than the a6300 Full HD footage. And I don't really understand why the 4K footage looks in Full HD so much better than the Full HD footage. Even with 60 kilobit per second, 4K footage looks much better than 50 kilobit per second Full HD footage. Annoying thing number 7. Imagine you are on holidays and you want to take video and pictures. Your videos you want to take like really cinematic and everything, so you want to choose a flat profile picture so you can do some cool color grading afterwards, but your pictures you just want to take normal pictures. You can't. It is not possible because when you choose your picture profile, you choose it for picture and video at the same time. So when swapping between the two of them, you would have to change it every time, which is not possible. Annoying thing number, I think 8. The screen is 16:9, which makes it smaller than the Canon screens. which I don't like because effectively this screen is smaller than the Canon screens, and I actually miss this space at the top and the bottom, honestly said. Annoying thing number 9. When shooting in 4K mode, you cannot adjust the brightness of the screen. What the heck? I mean, why? If it is because of the battery life, then who cares? Then just buy more batteries. But why do you not allow me to change the brightness of my screen in certain resolutions? Sorry, but that doesn't make any sense for me. Annoying thing number 10. Missing visual feedback when single AF in video mode. Means if you use manual focus, you can still tell the camera, now put the focus automatically. But you don't really get a proper feedback that it is done and that it actually worked. You press this button and then it probably does the focus. Maybe it's right, maybe it's not right, but it doesn't make like a green blinking or a little beep sound or anything. It just does nothing. So you're like, okay, guess it worked. Annoying thing number 11, changing the continuous focus in video mode, mostly. Both actually, but mostly video mode. This camera has continuous autofocus during video mode, which is great, but it's only half as practical as it could be without a touchscreen, because doing it with the buttons is just nearly impossible in fast-paced situations. And that's just very sad, and that just makes it much less usable. On my Canon DSLRs, I just tip on the screen, here is it sharp now is here the focus, now is here the focus, now is here the focus. Annoying thing number 12, the menu design. Where do you think can you adjust the sensitivity of your microphone? Under the recording modes? No, it's not. Maybe under the settings? No, it's not. Under Wi-Fi stuff? No. Under application stuff? No. Under playback stuff? No. Maybe one of those, maybe in the suitcase. Let's go through the suitcase. Suitcase. Yeah, I think it was. Even when I know where it is, I can't find it. Wait. Oh yeah, here. On the first page at the bottom, volume settings. Why is it there? Especially because you have a similar function which is called audio level display on or off. You have under settings and then audio sensitivity you have in this suitcase thing. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, and I just remembered one more thing which you might want to mention. If you shoot 4K because Full HD is so soft, then expect that your camera shuts down after 20 minutes because it overheats. And yes, it does. This kind of video, I would not feel comfortable shooting with this camera in 4K because I would not know when it shuts off. It doesn't tell you if it shuts off if you turn the audio signals off, and you do, because it does many annoying, unnecessary sounds, so you always turn the audio feedback off. But then it just shuts down at one point and you have no idea that it did. This now sounds very horrible how I talk about this camera. I have it, and I had 1 month time to give the camera back when I bought it, but I decided that I want to keep it, even though I have all those points which I don't like about the camera. But the fact that you can shoot with ISO 10,000 very much usable footage on such a small camera for an okay price is just amazing. And the size is so cool, and those are reasons why I kept it. But I just want to tell you, not everything is perfect about this camera. So I hope this was helpful for you, for your choice. And if you have any further questions, then just write it in the comments. See you.